You know my next guest from Billy Elliot, Fantastic Four, and film stars Don't Die in Liverpool. His latest film is Skin.
I'm not leaving you alone.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what they're gonna do. You need to get the kids and get out of here. It's not safe for them here. Let's go. I'll be fine. Better be.
You come back to me, okay?
I promise I'll be all right.
Please welcome Jamie Bell. Definitely. Got to hydrate.
Is that yours?
No, that's yours. That's yours. You got to stay hydrated
no,
for
you do,
these.
You do.
And that clip, the movie is called Skin.
Yes.
What is your character trying to do? What are they running away from?
Well, it's based on a true story. I play a character called Brian Widener. He was a career neo-Nazi for most of his life.
That's a tough career.
Yes, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it doesn't pay
a lot. Doesn't pay a lot. Covered head to toe in tattoos. Meets this woman, as you saw there, and her 3 children. And the story with him, it's a coming to a consciousness, I think. You know, there's an awakening of a man. And he goes through 2 years of very painful surgery to remove these tattoos and ultimately attempt to reform himself. And the film is kind of asking questions of how far do we extend our sense of compassion? How far can we extend our sense of kindness for these kinds of people? And also the compassion and kindness of strangers, people you've never seen before. So.
In the film, it's hard to tell from that clip right there, but you bulked up for this part. They wanted you to get bigger to play a sort of a more menacing figure, I assume.
Yeah.
Was that a difficult thing for you? Because it sounds like fun. Everybody thinks it's fun, but I've talked to a lot of actors who have a lot of trouble with it, that it's actually kind of grueling to attempt.
Wasn't, I mean, it sounds like it should be like really easy, because all you do is just like eat pints and pints and pints of ice cream and peanut butter on a daily basis. But so I'd weigh myself every day and I'd be like, half a pound! Another half a pound! And also, like, I had to do it in like basically 2 months. But the director wanted like me. He wanted me to be like Robert De Niro at the end of Raging Bull. So he wanted like 40, 50 pounds. I was like, guys, I'm 5'7". That's just not going to happen. So it was challenging. I hate to say that it was challenging.
Yeah, because no one likes you now.
Exactly, yeah. I know. I've lost the audience.
This is an American story. You're playing an American neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
There's been an alarming rise of white supremacist, sort of open white supremacy and white supremacist culture in the United States in the last 2.5 years. And and now, is the same thing happening in England?
Well, we have a new prime minister who encourages that side of things, I think.
Mm-hmm. Is Boris Johnson is a white supremacist?
No, I don't think. No, I wouldn't say he's definitely not a white supremacist. But I just think, you know, you have a clown as a president, and now we have a clown as a prime minister.
Right.
So.
Not a white supremacist. Let me take that back. Not a white supremacist.
No.
Is he a white enthusiast?
Yes, I would say so. Brexit.
Yes.
All I'm saying is, anything you guys can do, we can do just as stupidly.
Did you get a chance? This is a real story.
Yes, it's true.
Is this guy still alive?
I went to meet him, and as you just saw there, I mean, like, we completely copied all of what he had on him, and we sized it correctly for my face and everything. And
this is another shot. He's like
highly
tatted out right there.
To meet some kind of monster, you know, and
what's his name?
He's called Brian Widener.
Right.
And the
Mom, this is Brian. Brian, Mom.
And the amazing thing is that he's been given this amazing gift, this amazing opportunity, because he went through, as I said, 2 years of surgery to have these things removed. And looking at him, you would never know.
It worked.
I mean, it's, from his face and his hands,
right.
The rest of his body would have taken another 3 or 4 years. But he's been given this amazing gift. I think he's an extremely paranoid person. When I met him, he's someone who is dealing with an immense amount of atoning and reckoning, and that is his to walk alone.
Witness relocation.
He's the FBI Witness Protection Program.
How did you find him then?
I was told of a specific location to go to. By the way, I make like mostly happy. I was in like Rocket Man. Like I make like, mostly like happy films. So it's like, this is not something I do. And I was driving there, and there was just a guy with a pistol, just like driving, like hanging out of his.
Really?
His thing. Yeah, and I said and Brian is a family man. He would interrupt our conversations a lot to go pick up his kids, and he's very articulate, and he's really, I can tell, trying his hardest to make right of his life. But there was a time where he would smoke like 60 cigarettes in an hour. And we'd be in his garage, and I'd be like, you have to open the garage door. I'm going to die. And he said, if we open the garage door, we might, you know. And so he lives with this intense fear that there will be, you know, some retaliation for him. But here's the thing, if you make these kinds of bad choices, that's what you have to live with, unfortunately.
You also, on a lighter note,
sure.
You also in Rocket Man, you played Bernie Taupin.
I did.
Elton's longtime lyricist.
I did. Oh, thank you.
Lyricist.
Thank you.
Bernie's not in witness relocation or anything.
No, he's
like
fine. He lives in Santa Barbara. He's good. Yeah,
I understand you have a long running relationship with Elton John yourself. When did you first meet him?
I was in a film called Billy Elliot about 150 years ago.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Gained a lot of weight for that, too.
Yes, gained a lot of weight for that. Anyway, so the Cannes Film Festival, when the film premiered, and he was the most famous person I'd ever met. And when I met him, he was just a weeping, shaking mess. And I didn't realize it at the time. But in doing the film and learning about him and researching him, and if you guys have seen the film, it deals a lot with about his father, and his father not really accepting his sexuality, and he told me that his father never came to a single one of his shows, not one, throughout his whole career. And obviously in the film Billy Elliot, at the very end, the dad shows up. The dad shows up to see the grown-up Billy Elliot performing at the Royal Ballet School. So that for him was, you know, it crushed him. But anyway, after that, he wrote the music for Billy Elliot the musical. Mm-hmm. I've always kind of felt weirdly, cosmically tethered to him because of that experience, and now it's been such a privilege to play Bernie in that movie.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Well, so nice to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Skin is in select theaters this Friday. Jamie Bell, everybody. We'll be right back.